We are Raquel Menchaca, Reyes, Emiliano Bravo, and me, Paco Garibay, and we're going to talk about biodiversity and photosynthesis.
Okay, so what is biodiversity? Biodiversity is the variety of life at all structural levels. This is species and ecosystem. Okay, so what do we use to understand biodiversity? We use classification. By using classification, we can divide organisms into two groups, vegetable and animal. Okay, so these classifications can be as well divided into prokaryote and eukaryote. Okay, so the domains are two, prokaryote and eukaryote. In eukaryote, we can find the plantae, that these are plants. We can find protista, that these are algae. Animalia, that we can find animals. And fungi, that these are like mushrooms. And in eukaryote, we can find bacteria. Okay, so biodiversity is related to life. Life is everywhere on Earth, and all organisms share something in common, that it's their DNA. Okay, so we can use this pyramid as a starting point to classify all the living organisms. First, we have the domain, then we have the kingdom, then we have the phylum, then we have the class, then the order, then the family, then the genus, and at the end we have the species.
Biodiversity is necessary so that every animal and plant has a role in their ecosystem. This is necessary for maintaining the balance, especially in the food chain. We need biodiversity to use natural resources in our environment, such as food, medicine, wood products, and many other things. We can preserve biodiversity by buying from responsible brands, reducing pesticide use, and recycling, among many other things. The goal is to protect our environment.
Photosynthesis is the process in which plants, some bacteria, and some protozoa use the energy of the sunlight to produce glucose and carbon dioxide and water. The glucose can be converted into pyruvate, which releases adenosine triphosphate, in other words, ATP, by cellular respiration. Oxygen is also formed in this process. We start with 6 molecules of oxygen. Scratch that, it wasn't oxygen. It is carbon dioxide, 6 molecules, and 6 molecules of water. And with the energy of the light, and with the two processes that happen in the dark phase and in the light phase, we get, as a result, sugar, the molecule of glucose, and also we get 6 molecules of oxygen. In the process of the cellular respiration, we start with these molecules and we end up with this too. But otherwise, in the photosynthesis process, we start with this, and with the help of the sunlight, we end up with this. The reaction happens, ATP is produced.
Hello, I'm Emiliano Bravo, and today I'm going to talk about light and dark reactions. So this is the light-dependent reaction. So what you do in the light-dependent reaction is that you take the energy of the sun with H2O or water, and you take it to the thylakoid. In the thylakoid, you end up receiving O2, that is oxygen, with ATP plus NADPH, that is glucose. No, scratch that, it's not glucose. It's just energy. I'm gonna let this because it's what you need for the dark reactions to happen. So these are the dark reactions, or also known as the Calvin cycle. So what happens in here is that with the energy or electrons and hydrogen ions that you took from the light reactions, you use them to produce sugar, okay? And you also need CO2. With CO2 and the electrons and hydrogen ions, you create the sugar. And all of this happens in the stroma.
Since photosynthesis produces oxygen, then plants are necessary for our survival. We need to protect the environment, which includes its plants. Due to pollution and our destruction of the natural world, we are destroying the rainforests. More than 20% of the world's oxygen is produced by the Amazon rainforest. Therefore, we really need to take care of our world to keep on breathing.
So that was basically it. Thank you so much for watching our video about photosynthesis and biodiversity. We hope you enjoyed it and thank you for your attention.